Welcome to Innovate and Elevate, a transformation management podcast. Your inside look at how Prince William County is evolving to better serve its residents and business owners. Each episode, we break down the cutting-edge programs, process improvements, and forward-thinking initiatives shaping the county's future. You'll hear expert-driven insights and real stories of transformation, because innovation isn't just an idea, it's happening right here, right now. So let's dive in and discover how Prince William County is elevating how we serve our community.
Welcome to the Innovate and Elevate podcast, brought to you by Prince William County's Transformation Management Office. My name is Tony Turnage, Deputy Chief with the Transformation Management Office. In this episode, we're diving into a great example of how departments across Prince William County are working together to improve how we serve the community. Recently, the Prince William County Department of Public Works identified challenges and how it is notified about new county-owned parcels. Public Works often became aware of maintenance needs such as mowing, removing trash, or addressing encampments only after residents have reported issues. Public Works wanted a better way to stay ahead of these needs from the start. That's where the TMO came in. They brought together the key county departments involved in property acquisition and maintenance and partnered with Public Works to develop a more proactive and streamlined process. The goal? Make sure Public Works is notified as soon as Prince William County acquires new parcels so they can plan ahead, add those properties to their maintenance schedules early, and secure the resources needed to take care of them before problems arise. This kind of behind-the-scenes collaboration means county government runs more smoothly, and for the residents, it means fewer issues to report, faster response times, and cleaner, well-maintained neighborhoods. And our special guest today is Lucas Heisman from the Department of Public Works. We're excited to feature you today to discuss your role in the Prince William County Land Parcel Project. But first, before we even get there, tell us a little bit about your current role with PWC and how long have you served with the county?
Oh, wow. Thank you, sir. I appreciate being here. I'm excited to do this. Right now, my current role with Prince William County is the Deputy Director of Public Works.
But you're new in that role, right?
I am new in that role.
Okay, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Let's get into a couple of questions here. Here's the first one for you. What would you say you are passionate about in your current work and what motivates you?
My current work, it's the people, man.
Okay.
It's the people that we work with every day. It's the citizens.
Okay.
It's all of our coworkers, everybody in the director's office, Katab, and all the assistant directors, and the different aspects of the stuff that we get to do between solid waste, environmental management, and construction, and
never the same day twice.
Man, it's different every day. I love it.
Okay, all right. So now you brought a project to the Transformation Management Office. What led you to bring this innovative project to us?
I saw an opportunity. I saw the rise in the numbers of county-owned parcels, and it just keeps going.
Okay,
and we needed to get a hold of that and make use of it.
Tell me a little bit about what's been your specific role in this project.
We're responsible for all the vacant county parcels in Prince William County, the ones that are coded vacant.
Okay.
So we have that maintenance, and when that number keeps growing, and we don't really have the budget for it, we got $100,000 for 249 parcels.
Okay.
To maintain that.
Understood.
We're trying to, we're mainly complaint-based and being reactive instead of proactive. I want to get to being proactive.
Okay. And I think when you're saying proactive, what you're saying is, okay, how do we make sure that we have the budget that we need? Who are the right partners to partner with within all of the departments themselves to partner with Public Works?
Yep.
And then so that it's not every time there's a complaint.
Right.
We kind of know what the issues are ahead of time and can plan. And so I know when we talk about a county, everybody who's a resident of the county just sees it as one county. But I know there's a lot of people that play a role when it comes to land parcels. Can you talk a little bit about who are some of those persons working with us or working with you in this case on this endeavor in terms of departments?
We had just about everybody in that room. We We've got fleet and facilities.
Okay.
We've got building development, economic development, transportation, real estate,
GIS.
GIS
is in there also.
Everybody.
Okay.
Public Works, obviously. The TMO.
Yeah, thank you. Nice shout out there. Talk to us a little bit about why those departments are so important to this process.
So many of these departments are involved in this because GIS, they're the ones that put the information into the system, and we all use that information. And part of what's going to happen is there's going to be information put into the system about the responsible department of each parcel.
Okay.
So that way, when a complaint comes in,
You're clear.
Everybody knows
who's clear and who's responsible.
So they're not being passed around all these different, so that a citizen is not passed around all these different departments.
Okay.
But you got GIS doing that. You got transportation, who is actually purchasing a large amount of these parcels for their projects, because they've got a huge amount of road projects going on, and that takes land.
Okay.
So when they purchase these parcels, the remnants of those end up being ours to maintain.
Meaning Public Works when you say ours.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you went in the specific area that I had a question about, which is resident. Talk to us a little bit about how this project, when it's done, will elevate service delivery to whether it's PWC residents, whether it's businesses, or the employees themselves.
So there's a big push in the county right now for, obviously, constituent services, right? Like 311. We've all been invested in that. We're trying to make the services more efficient and get timely responses and accurate responses to our residents. So through this process and through working with GIS and getting that responsible department put in there, then that person is going to be able to pull up that parcel and see maintained by
and give
Department
that person
of Public Works,
and give that person a contact.
and then call me.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can help you out. You know? So they're gonna get to getting an answer faster, instead of right now we don't have any kind of a database or a system where any of these 885 parcels, nobody really knows, like, unless there's a building on them, or somebody's taking, like, it's a known entity of who's responsible for it. You got to go through some processes and some people that know to get to that answer. But once we have this put into GIS, any county employee is going to be able to look it up.
And so what I hear you saying, Luke, is one of the big things that will come out of this as a deliverable, which is, can we have a single repository where everybody can look at all of the key information should something come up from a resident, that the resident can get a quick answer. We can turn this around a lot faster. But even more importantly, we have staff now who are not trying to spend a lot of time or wasting a lot of time trying to figure out, okay, we need to figure out who this parcel belongs to, who's responsible.
Right.
And then I'm making, multiple calls to try to figure out who has ownership of this right now. I mean, at the end of the day, it's ultimately the counties, but what department has ownership?
And not only that, but your constituent is not going to get passed to the wrong person.
How did the Transformation and Management Office get involved? Can you talk to us a little bit about how do you see the TMO benefited this project, or what did it bring to the table, or what did it pull together?
So you're really good, Tony, at keeping people on task, like through your process, and not letting, I'm an engineer. I jump to the solution real quick.
Okay.
And sometimes I need to take a step back, slow my roll, and really understand the root of the problem.
Correct.
Really see the whole scope. Whereas this process does not allow departments to only look at the department problem.
Correct.
Like, that's really what the object was the department problem. But in the end, we've got all these people in this room, and we're working together for a better system for the county.
Correct.
And that, unbelievable.
So I started off just about your department, but then when we brought everybody together, it was like, hey, we've been wanting to have this talk for a long time. And now everybody's saying, okay, what strategy can we do as a county when it comes to land parcels and management of those parcels, et cetera? Question for you on this, and this kind of aha moments that I'm looking at right now. What is your big aha moment from, I know we're not finished with the process, we're kind of halfway through. What is your big aha moment that hit you like, whoa, I didn't know this, or hey, this is an interesting fact?
The big aha moment was everybody knowing that there was a problem.
And what I will also say is, I know in talking with your team, which you talk about Katab, you talk about Ben, you talking about yourself, I know there were a couple of things there where you guys were talking about, hey, I didn't know, as you said earlier, I didn't know everybody was having the same challenges that we were having with this problem. That's one. I think the other thing was everybody had their own process as they dealt with land parcels. That's the one thing that stood out for me. And that insight in terms of, oh, this is how you handle that versus this is how we handle it. And so I think trying to, you know your other departments, but then you don't necessarily know their processes. And I think that's one of the things that for me, it came out that I think Ben has also mentioned as well. And trying to get at the root cause versus, hey, here's what we think it is, and then we do something that doesn't really address the root cause.
That is another thing that's super helpful about the TMO, is kind of opening your eyes to the rest of what the county does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's, I think, when you talk about transformation management office, I think that's what we're hoping for at the end of the day. So regardless of what the change is, whether it's just to that division, in some cases it's going to be to several departments, and sometimes it's going to be about the whole county. And at the end of the day, it's the customer, whether that's the resident, whether that's the staff, or whether that's some external customer who benefits from the services that we all provide as a county. So last question on the project, and then I want to get to some real cool, rapid-fire, fun questions here. What is the potential of this project, and how do you see it benefiting at its maximum level? Like, what do you foresee happening?
Several things. I see us, as in Prince William County Public Works, with our vacant county stuff. I see us operating more efficiently.
Okay.
I see citizens being able to get in touch with us about our responsible properties in a faster way.
Okay.
I see us being able to inspect our properties more and be more proactive about how we are maintaining those. I see the county as a whole with the opportunity to be more direct, more decisive about how they want to maintain these parcels.
I know we got a little bit of time left here. We want to go with some rapid fire fun facts specific to you. Okay. So, favorite empowerment song or motivational song?
Don't Lose Your Soul by Jelly Roll.
Don't Lose Your Soul by, okay, you're going to make me listen to that. Okay. All right. Favorite brain power snack when you need to focus or to be brilliant?
Coffee and protein bars, baby.
Coffee and protein bars. Okay. Favorite color to wear when you have a big pitch or need to feel confident at work?
The suit I got married in.
Suit you got married in? What color?
It's like a burlap color, like beige kind of.
Okay. Okay. Yep. All right. Okay. Now, favorite reset activity when you need to recharge?
Riding anything on two wheels.
I knew you
whether it's riding my Harley to work or racing motocross, whatever
Okay. All right. And last question. Person who inspires you or motivates you to be innovative?
I had a boss before. His name was Jason Cambers, and one of the coolest, most positive dudes I've ever met in my life, And I used to get nervous when I had to do presentations.
Okay.
I still, every once in a while, my heart gets in my throat, and you get that like that. But this dude, he's just genuinely smiling, happy, outgoing, and a thinker.
Okay.
Like, he thinks through problems. And back when I had to do this presentation, I worked for a consultant at the time, and I was trying to sell our consultant to transportation to do the Route 28 widening project. I was part of this presentation for the first time in my life, presenting to the director of transportation at the time. I kept sucking. Like, when we were practicing at the office, I kept sucking.
Okay.
And I told him, I was like, I didn't tell him. I still haven't told him this day. Maybe I should. But I went back in the room and I'm like, I got to do better than this. I just got to be like Jason today. And I went out there and I did it. And it's just kind of became part of who I am. And he's always driven. He's always ready to jump into a problem.
Okay.
So he's a cool dude. I love him. Still talk to him today.
Okay, sweet. Well, that officially takes you off the hot seat with the rapid fire fun facts. I want to say first and foremost, thank you for coming and joining us on the Innovate and Elevate podcast. You've just been a pleasure to interview, talk to, and just chat it up, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Okay,
thanks.
Take
brother.
care.
This has been Innovate and Elevate, a TMO podcast. Thank you for listening.